basically blaming quite a bit of stuff on a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
If that's your motivation, then great. Not that it appears you need just a ton of motivation to play hockey well. It seems like you have that fairly well covered at this point. But
100%. But I mean, it still leaves you with a little chip, I guess you could say.
Good. Well, because from a Dallas perspective, and I said this last time you were in here, can't believe you were available, and the fact that you were is Dallas's gain for whatever reason, and guys get traded, and it doesn't make sense. In the history books, they're like, well, why would a team give up on this guy or that guy? And if he turns out to be what everyone thinks he can be, then that's their problem for trading him.
But I mean, you gotta look at it too. I mean, Kane and I have actually talked about this a little bit. He with Patrick in the media, his was actually a little bit worse than all my whatever stuff.
Back to Madison, ironically enough.
Yeah, and I mean, Chicago kind of stayed with him, and then he earned all his respect back. I guess I didn't really get that chance, and they kind of threw me out the window. So, now I'm here with Dallas. I'm happy where I am, and
what did he have going?
Oh, he really likes to drink.
So was the Kane partying? What?
It might have been a cab driver, a limo driver, or something, as I recall. But,
it is interesting,
boys
though,
will be boys.
When you look
it happens.
When you look at labor versus management or whatever, management wins in the end all the time because they're the ones that own the team, and that team will still be named that team, and they'll own it, through many generations of players. So you kind of got to stick with them.
And most fans...
You saw when they got rid of Favre, you have to still...
most fans cheer for Laundry.
You're cheering for that team. So then if the team, and we saw it with the Rangers here, I don't know how you don't like football, but how into baseball you are. You probably have no idea who Pudge Rodriguez is. We remember when they let him go as a catcher.
Hold on, let's find out. Tyler?
You've never heard of him, right? You've never ever heard of him. He's an all-star Hall of Fame catcher who, when they let him go, all of a sudden you heard all this bad stuff about him. He wouldn't work with the pitchers. I got a friend on the Rangers
now, but no, I'm not the biggest baseball fan.
Who's your friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's Derek Holland.
He's at every one of our games.
I thought it was you, Darvish. But the whole point is then he wouldn't... You just hear it all then. They have to put out a little bit of propaganda on why we're getting rid of this guy.
Right.
And, we still need you to buy tickets here. We're not the bad guys here. He was the bad guy. Then he goes on and wins a World Series the very next year with the team, and the team that got him said it's because of his leadership and his willingness to work with pitchers. I mean, all those things they said he wouldn't do here, he's doing there. It's interesting when they talk about you, and you just said, all right, so what do the coaches talk to you about? You kind of mentioned three things. Two of them were very subjective: competing, battling, and scoring goals. So you went out and led the team in points. But we just the things we can't measure, we're just not, like, we're willing to use that to justify letting this guy go. And the Bruins, you could see where they're cocky. They've got a system. They
win a ton.
Yeah. You could see that side of it, but it is a wonderful thing, I think, for a team like the Stars that you are even available. And I suppose you might have said this last time you were in here. When you get traded, you're probably upset at first that, oh my gosh, these people don't want me. But then, hey, look at this. These people who do really want
over themselves.
They're willing to give up a guy like Louis Eriksson. They're willing to do a lot of things. They're willing to kind of treat me a bit like a man here, and instead of like a little boy. So it's probably going to turn out to be a great thing for you that you left.
No, yeah, I mean, you got 100%. I think I've pretty much now fully moved on from everything.
We won't bring this up every time,
but no, there's a...
Well, it still burns a little bit. You could tell when we're playing the audio. And
anytime
I'm watching TV.
Anytime you get talked about in a negative way, it's gonna burn you. It's gonna rattle you a little bit. But no, I mean, I'm definitely wanted here, and I'm treated a little bit differently than I was in Boston. Definitely more of a leadership role, and I guess, like you said, I'm more of a go-to guy, and I love the opportunity here, and I'm just trying to take advantage of it.
Well, so far it's fantastic, and it's clear that you and Ben together are doing some pretty damaging things out there on the ice. It's fun to watch. Are you guys I don't know. I don't even know why I care the answer to this question, but for some reason I feel compelled to ask it. Are you guys hang out off the ice at all, or is it just an on-ice thing at this point? Or
well, we live in the same building, and
you do?
Yeah, we're both single guys, so we're pretty much always together.
Okay, all right.
But no, I mean, yeah, I think the chemistry off the ice is definitely building, and I've never asked them the question of did you feel I don't know if the word's like threatened when I first got traded here or anything like that, but I think that it's a little awkward at first just because we are kind of similar players.
Who's the alpha male?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, we kind of just taken on this duo of if you want to call it a duo of just trying to win games every night, and we were really focusing on our own zone and trying to be plus players, and as of 1/4 of the season, it's working out. So we got a long way to go.
Now this thing is getting turned around, and it's getting turned around with elite players playing with elite players. It's exciting to have 91 and 14 out there together, and a bunch of other young talented players, and then an elite goalie. So it's good times, and the Rangers tomorrow night. So just imagine whoever the Rangers put in goal. Just imagine it's like Peter Chiarelli back there, and we'll just take that Boston angst out on the entire league. It's all good.
All right.
All right. Tyler Seguin.
Yeah. Tell Trev I said hi.
Oh, of course.
All right.
Wait, tell him I said hi.
No.
I know him really well.
Don't worry about him.
All right. It's 2:53 on the ticket.